Welcome. Wait, I don't know how to say it in Dutch. How do I say welcome in Dutch?
Welcome.
Welcome. Welcome to our Dutch Grand Prix show, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. This is Box Box Goss. Now, we just so happen to be recording the show moments after we learned some very sad news coming out of the UK. Their head of state, Queen Elizabeth II, has unfortunately passed away. And look, regardless, we have complicated feelings about that whole monarchy. But regardless of like how you feel, this is a woman who had a big family who I'm sure a lot of people are gonna miss. So reaching out to them, reaching out to everybody that has ever been affected positively by Queen Elizabeth. We just want to say we are keeping you in our thoughts, and we want to acknowledge that. So I don't know how to do the black and white. Someone show me how to do that.
It's a video filter.
Yeah. Oh, I know how to do it.
Wait, I'm.
Oh no, that's it. There we go. Yeah. So yeah, thoughts and prayers. And now we're not okay. Yeah, now we all got it. Good. We're all doing a moment. Yep. Thoughts and prayers. So rest in peace, Queen Elizabeth II. Yep. You're real ones.
Yep.
All right. So with that, please everyone, let's go back to color. Anyway, we are so excited to go into the Dutch Grand Prix. We have a fun guest coming on, but before I say that's the wrong filter.
Really? I say you have to go to none.
Okay, I'm going none.
Okay.
Yes.
There we go.
Okay, let's quickly go to the news real quick. I have a rant, but I'm gonna leave that to the end. Say you have some Red Bull news.
Yeah. So Red Bull and Porsche are not having their connection deal. We're no longer going into partnership with their powertrains. And it seems like Red Bull decided that they made they felt like they made a mistake with Honda and was like, hey. And yeah. So that's dead in the water. Damn. I should not have said that right now.
Yeah,
Honda?
Not the greatest way to say it.
Why would you?
Okay.
Not the greatest word. I'm just going to say, I say better choice of words could be used.
You know what I mean? Damn, double homicide. That's what that reminded me of. Saying you're a dickhead. That's what I have to say to you.
I'm sorry.
Look, Red Bull.
Honestly,
Red Bull has more toxic relationships than I do, and that's a problem.
What?
Red Bull, look, if you're looking for relationship advice, you know, if you can't get over your toxic ex, right? If it's paining you every night, do not come to me. I myself have not recovered. But I'm sure there is someone you can go to help for.
Are you okay, Selim?
Perfectly
Selim,
fine.
okay? I mean, the French cap and the French at the beret, all of that sort of thing. He's really going through it.
It's for the
Which is bad news for us because we're relying on you to referee again. Anyway, so I just don't understand why they wouldn't do that. I think we were speaking about it. Someone's killing me. We were speaking about it we were speaking about it right before the show. Because isn't it the same Porsche that they won 4 championships with?
Yeah.
The same Porsche. Meanwhile,
I think so.
only one a half.
What Porsche? Where?
Remember 4 world championships because they were a Red Bull racing Porsche, right?
No, that was Renault.
Sebastian Vettel.
That was Renault. Oh my gosh, Sedan.
It was Renault?
Sedan.
Oh god.
Yeah, I said yes.
Sedan.
No. I confirmed.
Oh my gosh.
Sorry.
We're gonna clip this. We're gonna post this on social media. People are gonna be like, "Gosh, these people are so unknowledgeable." What? Did they start watching Formula One through Drive to? Nothing wrong with that, by the way. It's just an easy joke.
Come back with that one. Listen, I did not start watching it.
But it's just like,
it's
why?
But I'm going to go do my research. Excuse me while I go do.
Honest, Renault hasn't been relevant for a minute though, so I mean I don't really blame.
Renault hasn't been.
Nah, no. Hear me out. Renault hasn't been relevant for a minute, so I don't blame Sedem, and I don't blame myself for even confusing the two. I didn't even know Renault won a championship. I'm joking. I'm joking.
What makes you host? Oh,
Oh, dang.
Okay. Yep, it's working again.
yay! Okay, so should we just
So
figure out
what
where
were
we
you saying about Renault?
don't worry.
Afi? Mm-hmm. Renault is
No,
very relevant, everyone.
sorry. I
Um,
want to just. I'm quickly just checking when Red Bull was. What's it called? A part of
never,
when Porsche was a part of Red Bull.
never. Like Porsche was in Formula One, but they were never with Red Bull because Red Bull didn't exist back then.
No, they were. They had a Red Bull Porsche.
Nope. Red Bull Tag Heuer, which was a Red Bull Renault engine that was branded as a Tag Heuer
God
engine.
damn, you're right. God damn it! I really no, but they had Porsche in there. I know I'm not. I know I'm not going crazy.
That was
They had.
Aston Martin.
God, seriously?
Yeah. Porsche was in
Like,
Formula One. Porsche was in Formula One, but that's like long before Red Bull existed.
God damn, I am looking like an ass out here. Anyway, let's move on news because otherwise I'm going to lose my any shred of credibility that I have left.
I mean, it makes me feel better. I I made a fun, very bad pun.
You made a pun. You made a double. Anyway, we got to move on. Is there any other news? I have a rant about Zach Brown, but I'm just going to save that probably for Instagram.
I mean, there was a rumor that Colton Herta was also going to come in with AlphaTauri, but that only stands if the FIA is willing to give a waiver for him to go into Formula One because he does not have super license points right
but
now.
He's won IndyCar, right?
No,
No,
I don't think he's won
he has
IndyCar.
not won IndyCar because you get super license points if you win, but not if you participate.
They need to change these rules.
Wait,
No, yeah, they do.
I don't understand why they would consider him part of
I mean, they saw him as a viable driver, but then that's starting to lose steam just because of the FIA's rulings. They can't really give a waiver for it, but it really does. I mean, they don't seem interested in giving Colton Herta a waiver, but I mean, IndyCar really needs to have a little bit more leeway in terms of the FIA standards and supercar license stuff.
Yeah.
Like more drivers should be getting super license points at the end of the year.
Yeah.
Just so that they can make that switch over to Formula One. Because we've been talking about this. This isn't the first time that we've talked about an IndyCar driver going over to Formula One. And it's like if we want to talk about them as a viable place, as I don't think IndyCar, let me just say this first. I don't think IndyCar should be treated as just, another feeder series. No, it's a viable place. It has its own flavor. It has its own viable championship, and it's even a part of the Triple Crown. But if we're going to see this as a viable route to Formula One, we're going to have to give it the respect it deserves. And for that to happen, we're going to need super license points to come into it. Thank you, Racing Incident, for actually showing me that IndyCar kind of rules.
IndyCar is great.
Yeah, and it's open wheel racing still. I feel like, I guess I understand Formula 2 and Formula 3, getting super license points based off that. But I feel like there are other leagues that I feel like have more leeway than IndyCar. And I feel like we just don't take it as seriously just because it's American, possibly. So, yeah, I think yeah, there should be more super points license. I think he should get a waiver. I'd love to see him in Formula One. Yeah, it doesn't make any sense.
So, if you're a Red Bull Young driver in Formula 2 who's looking to get into Formula 1, and there's an open AlphaTauri seat, and you don't see your name floating around, you might be wondering, hey, what's up with that, Helmut Marko? Well, turns out Helmut Marko is not happy with the current Red Bull drivers, Red Bull Junior drivers, who are in F2. Apparently, if you want to get a seat in AlphaTauri, one of the, what, six, 7, 8, 9,
Hey, mathematics.
10, 11. The 14th slowest team on the grid. You have to win F2. So that's the thing.
To be fair, Helmut Marko gets the results that he wants from his drivers. Well, except for Yuki, but like he actually does work really hard. So in that regard, I can understand how Helmut. I can understand how his head said correct your face. I can understand how he has very high standards, but this is
Also,
ridiculous. Again,
Pierre, Pierre,
where's Pierre going?
say that again?
Where's
Yeah,
Pierre
Pierre,
going?
Pierre might not be going to Alpine. Apparently, Alpine can't get him.
What do you mean?
So then there's
I
no
don't
open
know,
seat.
for one reason or the other. But like, apparently, like Alpine has no one, which is just funny to me.
So, wait, so Ricardo's not an option for them.
No.
I get it. Bridges are burnt. But I read Gasly is not an option anymore. So what? He's just gonna stay at AlphaTauri and just stunt his career like that? It's ridiculous.
Alpine, I can drive.
Alpine, I can drive.
No,
Alpine, I got you.
I drive better.
Actually, on that point, they have female drivers that they're testing right now. I think Abby Pulling.
Abby Pulling and a couple other women's series drivers.
Yeah, it's like, so they have people. So why are they not calling them? Alpine is look. Okay, listen.
No. Let me clarify. The women's series cars are as fast as Formula 3 cars. You can't pull a Formula 3 driver into Formula 1.
You did that with Verstappen.
No.
It wasn't even
No. Verstappen wasn't GP2. Also, Verstappen proved himself. If there's anyone who deserves that that Alpine seat, it's not Abby Pulling. I'm sorry, she's really good. But like when you have Jamie Chadwick there, who's won the women's championship twice and still isn't in F2, what hope do the other drivers have?
Also about Tatiana Cauldron as well too. I think if I said her last name, she's also very she's raced in F2, I think, and I think she's going back to F2 very soon.
Yeah, she's back in F2.
Yeah, so why is she not being called as well either?
Because because she beached the car on her first weekend. There's a difference. They're not the same.
I'm looking like so. Listen, I told you people from the start that we started this show, we are not technical people, so we're going to get things wrong. But
apparently, we're also not Formula One fans.
Make him off.
We're just not. We're just here for bands and vibes. Anyway, we have to wrap up.
There's no more news.
No, there's no more news, and we also have to move on.
We're out of news. We're out of news, folks. No more news.
No more news. News has closed. There cannot be no more news between now and the end of the show. Amen. Because we have a very, very, very special guest.
And we get a message now, like 10 minutes later, Lewis Hamilton will not be attending the Imola GP because of the Queen's funeral or some shit like that. And we're all just like,
good.
But then we're just tired. Anyway, Lewis, go to Imola. Not Imola, Monza. Anyway, so
yeah, don't go to Imola. Hold on.
Don't go to Imola. Go to Monza. That's the right Grand Prix. Anyway, that's the right race.
Yes.
Anyway, we have such a very special guest joining us. We have been dying to have him on for a while. So we're thrilled that he can join us.
No, bad choice of words.
Oh shit! Sorry. Yeah, we've been wanting to have him. So we are really bad. I'm so.
Wait, no, I didn't catch that one. What did she say?
She
We
said
are
we've been
dying.
dying to have him on the show.
But like low key, we have.
Yeah. Anyway, please welcome Neoma.
Woo!
Woo! Hold on.
Woo!
There he is.
Yay!
Hi
Yay!
guys.
Hi. How's it
It's
going?
going great, good times, good times. General.
Oh, we're so glad to have you on.
Thank you for
Um,
having me.
First of all, we wanted to ask you, how did you get into Formula One? This wide, wide, magical world of Formula One.
Don't hate me, but DTS.
Of course.
It's okay. It's okay.
It's okay.
That's
It's
fine.
okay.
It's totally fine. Totally fine.
It's okay. We appreciate. We love the DTS fans. I mean, and we've had a number of people from DTS on that have joined that started watching Formula One because of DTS. It's a very important thing. What about DTS really struck a chord with you?
I would say the drama, but then when I realized after the fact that the drama was mostly made up, um, well, I still stayed for the drama because I was still imagining it all in my head. But yeah, mostly the drama, the sass, the little interviews they do in between the shows, and people are giving their background information, and it's like, yeah, spill the beans, nigga, spill the beans.
Now we have an important question to ask you. Did
So
you watch season 4?
I watched 95% of it.
You didn't watch the last episode,
I'm
did
not
you?
watching the. I started. I couldn't do the last like 20 minutes. It's like no.
And why couldn't you do the last bit of it?
I,
No, the reason why I'm asking this is what is your affiliation? Who do you support?
I support Hamilton.
There you
The
go.
best, the greatest ever. I do. Um, I couldn't watch it because I remember being, where was I when this thing happened? I was with some friends and we were watching it and we were excited about, oh, Drive to Survive is going to bang because Hamilton is about to get like 8. And well, because we like all of us, it was 3 of us, me, Tony, Sophie. We all basically got into F1 through Drive to Survive. So we're like, this is going to be an amazing season. I can't wait to see the finale when Hamilton wins, and then we were crushed with hard reality and realism about life. Things to come.
Yeah. I mean, look, if it made you feel any better, I think we were all in, I mean, except for Selim, sorry, Selim. We were all in the same country around that time. And like we went to the F1 watch party for Ghana and tears.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let him cry.
Yeah, and Selim's about to mute me if I continue going into it anymore. Anyway, the point is that happened, and it is what it is. But we are in a new season with new happiness and joy and all that fun stuff. Well, kind of.
I don't
And
know
the
about all that,
Hamilton
but yes.
engine penalty. Woo!
Anyway, we're
Fight
going.
here. Selim legitimately just wants to fight.
He just wants to fight. You're supposed to be the referee. You're
My
supposed to
bad.
calm us all down.
Who do you
My bad.
support, Selim?
I currently do not have anyone I support because I support Renault, and then they went and became Alpine just for kicks. So
Well,
that's fun.
I understand. Yeah.
Life is fun. So it's good. He's on more a neutral party, which we appreciate.
Mhm.
But the rest of us are not. But we have a deep love and appreciation for all teams. We like
We do.
we do. I mean, like we do. We do, right? We do. Someone, one of my sisters better gratify. Thank you for the love heart. Anyway, we are going.
All right.
There we go. Anyway, so we do, but you know, life also can be very hard when you have strong feelings for a particular team and driver.
Yeah.
Hence why we're going to go straight into it. So let's talk about the Dutch Grand Prix for a second. Let's talk about qualifying first. So with the qualifying result, it was Max Verstappen on pole. I don't think I have this right. I got Charles Leclerc as second and then Carlos Sainz as third. Was that correct?
No.
Look at me making myself look bad. Wait, let me make sure. Nope, I was right. Yeah, it was a 2-3 for Ferrari. But
It's wrong.
what
Wait,
was
then
wrong?
no. Wait, hold on. Did I watch?
Qualifying.
Max
Oh, okay.
Hamilton.
I won't finish that word. Anyway, so yeah, so that happened. And actually Mercedes and were on a pretty good stead to actually get into the top three at the very least.
At the
When
very least.
a certain Checo decided to do a certain 360, he did a full 360. Baby.
Who invited her on the show?
um, and bring the session to a close. So yeah, that happened. Does anyone have any thoughts about that? Because the real tea is the race, honestly.
Uh, fine. It was
I
fine.
mean, it was fascinating seeing who came second that day.
Yep. Cool.
Yeah.
Qualifying.
Okay, great. Anyway, so we were all upset, but then the Dutch Grand Prix began,
Woo!
and it was
Orange.
hmm.
Party.
So a lot of things happened in it.
Wait, hold on. Before you go into like the actual race results, did you guys not see that guy who threw his like uh
The flare.
There
into
were
the
a couple of people. What's wrong with you people? Like, honestly, why would you do that? Has no one remembered Rubens Barrichello? And what
Oh, I
happens if
remember that.
that piece of fucking metal fly into his head? I think that was at the Brazilian Grand Prix 2000 and shit, I don't remember the date of the year.
And there was
But it
also Felipe
2008,
Massa.
2009?
No, I think that might have been 2008. But there was also Felipe Massa, Hungary, 2009.
That's the one I'm thinking about. Not, oh god, credibility.
It was amazing that he walked away that day. Like, I remember he had to go to hospital. His wife was pregnant and she was in tears. He had to, Felipe Massa missed the rest of the season. Don't throw things at drivers, people.
not even at drivers, just on the track in general. Like, don't bring shit.
Anything.
Like,
Don't
stop. Like,
don't touch the track. Don't go near the track. Just look at it. Look at the track, and that's
these are
it.
the same people.
This-
These are the same people when it's when they don't allow certain things, when the FIA decides to say no, you can't drink at races, no, you can't bring these flares to races, no, you can't show your support the way you want to show your support, then they'll start complaining. But these are the same people who are throwing shit onto the track.
This
And sorry, go ahead.
this topic came up during my design class of all places. And someone mentioned that if fans keep on doing this, they'll have to raise the barriers and they'll have to raise the walls, and no one wants that. And so it's just going to be a couple of white individuals who are going to ruin this whole experience for us.
No, and I agree. And you know what? It's not even just like also throwing things. Like, just don't go and do anything with the track unless you are authorized. Because
Or
even at the British Grand Prix, there were the protesters that went to go and storm the track as well too, while there were cars out
Hold
there
on.
as well.
Hold
Or
on.
I think it was a comic that Sebastian Vettel was in,
Yeah.
that Lollipop comics did, that was so funny, where they were like, why are you idiots here? We could have thought of something better, honestly, when it comes to protesting.
Is Lollipop Comics the TikTok account that has the people running?
Yes,
Yeah,
it
cartoon.
is. And oh, they're
So
so
good.
funny as hell. Oh my gosh, I share them all the time on Instagram. We do on our
Yeah.
Instagram. So like,
Oh, yeah.
they're great. But
We should do a
like,
fair bit on Twitter, too.
yeah,
So
but don't.
I have a list
Yes.
here
You're writing a thesis.
of all things that fans shouldn't do on the track. Now, don't get me wrong. I do not hate Max Verstappen. In my opinion, he is a great driver. He was driving in the wet like a legend when he was 16 years old. All right? The kid is amazing. Some of his fans, please listen up. Because it's like we mention one thing and they come up with something else the next weekend. So treat people with respect. I think that's an important one. Do not throw flares on the track. That's a new one. That's a new addition. There's another one. Ah, yeah, it's in like all bold. Do not be racist. Sorry, I'm done.
I think that's a good rule to follow. Honestly,
That's
those
a good
are
rule.
pretty good.
That's a general good rule in life to follow.
It's a great rule.
Yeah, you'd think so.
Yeah, especially the don't throw flare ones. That's my favorite one.
Can you throw other
Yeah,
things?
Oh
No, you
shoot, I
cannot.
forgot to hold on, hold on, hold on. Wait, I need to
Do not throw any items.
do not do not interact in any way, physical or metaphysical, because they'll get into witchcraft next, with any Formula One related track.
But honestly,
And also,
to also get to this, there is. Sorry, go ahead. Say.
I was going to say, let's add to the list as well too. Not to respecting other patrons of the track, because there had been some reports of people, mostly women, getting harassed at the track as well too. So
That was the treat the people with respect one, I think.
yeah.
Anyway, we need to move on because my other one is this is one actually for Team LH because I know that not all fan bases have great
Oh,
edits. Like
oh
not all fan bases
no.
are great. Do
Oh
not
no.
do not harass or insult any woman that is working with Formula One, especially if they do not work for your team. And this is why we go to the race results. So Max Verstappen came in at one and won the race. It was very painful, Charlie. It was tight. Second was Carlos Sainz. Why do I have all of these? And no, second was George Russell. Sorry, second was George Russell, and third was Charles Leclerc. It was a messy race. It was a messy race where, for once, Mercedes was in contention to win, and Hamilton was in contention to win. It was a glorious race, right up until I don't even know right up until what. Like it was just a whole fucking mess. It was like it was the what's it called? The 1 to 2. It was like one stop versus two stop strategies. I think Mercedes actually called it correctly. With the one stop strategy. I think that was actually a good call. What we did not anticipate was all the continuous, things that were happening, the safety cars, the things like that. I mean, like Mercedes also fitted their cars as well too when the safety cars happened. So like it was something, it was just all over the place. And then I think it came to the bit with Tsunoda, which by the way, AlphaTauri has put out a thing saying that there is no conspiracy. It didn't work out.
Oh my
and
god.
they had to pit him. I know Neopot is looking because we were talking about it being like.
Wait. Yopa, what side are you on?
I'm of the belief that
Uh-oh.
it's highly possible. Well, no, it's possible that they didn't plan this. Obviously, it's very, very possible. But also, the timing was not great. How they handled it afterwards was not great. It leaves room for doubt. And, well, F1 does have a history of, I guess maybe we'll find out in, I don't know, 5 years, 10 years, or maybe never if it actually was or wasn't. But I'm very skeptical. And I would like to say that the Sky News reporters did not help me be less skeptical because I was like,
No.
I was in full conspiracy theory mode. I was like, get off the track, get off the track, get off the track. And then they sent him out after the whole shenanigans and he was pushed 2 laps behind. I'm like, who are you racing at that point? It just
I kind of get it as well. Given everything, like I think honestly, last year put through. I'm sorry, and I don't want to go back into it too deeply, but it did throw a lot of credibility in it. Like it did throw a lot of incredibility on F1. So when shit like that happens, that like it's almost a bit too convenient. And I'm not saying that AlphaTauri planned this. I am just saying it does look suspicious, and it does not surprise me that they had to come out with a statement saying that. Like, if you feel the need to come out with a statement like that, you have to acknowledge that there's something that like really did not go wrong in the past period of time.
I disagree because I mean, oh no, I agree that I'm also skeptical too, but I don't think the reason for their statement was to defend themselves and say, "Hey, look, we just had a massive fuck up." I think the reason why they put it out is because of the hate that their chief strategist was getting too.
Right.
So I don't think Selim's scaring me. I don't think that it's that. I don't think it's that deep, to be completely honest.
I have a question though.
Yeah.
It's Red Bull's chief strategist, right? Hannah.
Yes, Hannah Schmidt.
Right. It's not AlphaTauri's chief strategist.
No.
I just found it a bit. I'm glad they put out a statement against people harassing her. I also just feel like they kind of used her as a human shield and then kind of posted their thing behind it. That I was like, why would you do that? You could have done two separate things.
And I know that that's the junior team for Red Bull, but like, why do you need to?
In when people are.
That's still a separate team from you guys. Like, why do you need?
Why do they need to say something about someone that they had nothing to do with technically? Okay.
Yeah.
I am now of the belief that something stinky and fishy was happening.
But I want to say this about Hannah. I want to be very clear about this. She capitalized on a really great moment. Let's just be real. She did her job. She did the job that needed to be done. And that's just why she's making so much more money than I might probably ever see in my lifetime. So
I mean, I hope she is. I hope she is.
Yeah.
I hope she is.
You better be.
Because we all know how racist and misogynistic some F1 teams are.
I agree.
Yeah.
But she's still there. Like, that's the thing. So like they must be treating her well.
I hope so.
Like so I mean, like, I'm just saying that, like, I am a Hamilton fan, I am a Mercedes fan, but like, Hannah Schmidt, you are a legend.
Yeah.
Like,
it's one of the things. I was watching and then when she was smiling, I was happy, but I was also angry. I was like, you did it. But I'm like,
But it's like, you respect the genius and you respect what she's doing, and Red Bull, she better be getting a raise and a house and one of them crowns too. Like,
just like a crown, yeah.
And it's like, but at the same time, you're just thinking, that should be me.
So,
lots of money to go and poach her.
Hold on. There's gone.
Screaming, I'm going to come into my room and then yell at me because she'll think I'm the one who's screaming. So you better relax a little bit because I'm not taking the fall this time. It's on me this time. Thank you.
Hold on. Couple of things. One. Hannah, if you join us on this podcast, this very podcast here. Now, we know you can't speak about Formula One, right? But it's fine. Afi will agree to wear, look at her, she's so sweet, a Red Bull shirt for the whole podcast if you join us.
Yes, she will.
She will.
You gotta wear it.
Yeah.
We'll up the ante. We'll turn it into a cow costume too.
I'll wear a Red Bull shirt. I'll
There
get
you
the
go.
cap.
See, we'll have Neopaz come back on.
I'll have it snapback mode. I'll be like, yeah, Verstappen is my
Yeah.
guy.
Yes.
This
Orange
is
cap and
happening.
all that. Hey. Like, we'll even bring back orange flares too. Hey.
Yes.
We even make our background orange.
We will make it orange just for you. Or forget orange. We'll make it whatever color you want. Just for
Yeah,
you.
it's negotiable. It's negotiable.
Even though orange does make me more orange. Anyway, Hannah, you are more than welcome to join us on the show.
2, why would Red Bull blatantly sacrifice the whole championship The whole championship. Because if what you guys are saying is true, AlphaTauri is disqualified. Red Bull is disqualified. They have to pay a shit ton of penalty money. No one's ever going to trust them again. They'll probably, Max Verstappen's contract will probably be null and void. So, why would they risk all of that when Mercedes is not their main competition?
That's a great point.
I would just like to say that big risk, high reward. So that's all I have to say.
What's high reward? 25 points and a trophy?
Because I can't see it doesn't mean there's no reward.
25 points and a trophy?
Pause. I'm not saying Red Bull explicitly, gave instructions like do this. But if I was assisted team of like, I had the opportunity. I'm not saying that like there were instructions from up above that hey, do this. But it's not out of like people take, you're right. Handman will know what to do when the time you don't have to say it. Your wingman is just
Let's just say,
I'm saying.
Say Afi or Sadat had an opportunity to screw each other over. They would take it.
I would do it.
100%.
I would.
Like, if all those like options of like, if I had $50 million to like, my sister or something like that, I'll do it
for free.
I would do that as well. For free.
Hold on. I'm not being the referee here. Hold on. I need to be better. Ladies, please.
a shit job of being a referee, Solo.
It's okay. It's like 11 p.m. I'm half asleep. Like half of me is memorizing lines and half of me is asleep.
Anyway, so that means we need to wrap up. I do want to talk about Mercedes though, because that was a colossal. That was real fuck.
Just call them Ferrari.
Yeah.
I like.
That's offensive. That's so offensive.
It is no.
It's offensive, but it's true.
That is what they did was disastrous. I mean, like
they threw away a win.
Wait, hold on.
At the start, like when the restart started, Verstappen was right behind him. I don't think he was pressing the right button.
No, he didn't have. Like Lewis Hamilton actually admitted that he didn't have his car in the right engine mode.
Yeah. Yeah. So apparently that's why he was a sitting duck for it.
Yeah.
Which happens.
What do you think Mercedes should have done? Should they have pitted Hamilton, or do you think they made the right call?
I mean, at the end of the day, like he was on used tires. He is a tire whisperer, but like there's so much that could have been done, and he had so little time to actually fight back that in the end it would have been probably useless. George Russell, in the end, it's not what we had hoped for, but George Russell getting up into second, it's not bad.
I think they aimed too high. I think they really wanted the first. Like, I feel like if they had just, considered that, we can take a 2-3, they could have just brought them in and just, because the car is not what it used to be. It's just gone. There's no, you can whisper all the whisper. It's not there. Let's just, I don't know, cut your losses. Just cut it. Just, now he's fourth. We have Russell, but come on now. I feel like it could have been better.
It could have. I agree. I think I do think that a win was possible for Mercedes. I will say that. I think they were I think they were having a killer showing all this weekend. I feel like it was a strong opportunity. The next time I think we have an opportunity for that is probably Brazil. So that's a while away. If Brazil, if anything, I don't even know if that's correct. So I think, it's just.
It was close. I think it was close.
Okay for Mercedes to aim for first and second, and maybe first and maybe I guess I don't know, just to get first.
I think they should have. I think they should have settled for second and third. I feel like they could have killed.
Well, I mean, at the end of the day, they did actually mess up Ferrari's chances. I mean, like
That's fine.
Ferrari
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 could.
never
messed up
has chances.
Yeah.
Ferrari's
Ferrari
chances.
never has chances.
I
I
don't know.
mean,
Like, as I'm not a Ferrari, I was a Ferrari fan when like the season started because I was like, you know what? If anyone might be able to, do something since Mercedes is clearly not having the pace, it might be Ferrari. And just like every like,
I
I get
considered it.
disappointed for
I
Mercedes, but like
considered
Ferrari,
it.
I'm like,
It took them 2 races to lose my trust once again because I was a Ferrari fan.
I
Like
had hope.
2015 and shit.
oh yeah.
They lost me again.
We had hope for Ferrari.
Like,
Like the way they were showing up in Bahrain and in Australia, it was great. And then they weren't being able to compete within Imola and Miami and Spain, and they lost the plot in Monaco, and they never found the
I
plot in Azerbaijan.
I wish we could be sitting here. I wish we could be sitting here and being like, guys, Charles Leclerc is leading the championship.
Ah,
You know,
I can take
it's
that.
such
I
a
can
it's
take
such a
You
nice
need both.
feeling to see the Ferrari up there again since 2007. Um, Imola, Imola, yeah, not Monza.
Monza.
Monza. Monza's gonna be amazing. They've got the yellow livery and such. It's gonna be amazing. The
not
Tifosi.
yellow,
It's
just the
sad.
tail.
It's sad.
I could take Perez even.
It's just sad.
I
So,
love
Yeah.
Checo.
so
Yeah,
I
I would
will
take
do.
Checo. I agree. I would take honestly, and I'm sorry. Like I think Max Verstappen is an excellent driver. We've said this time and time and again. Like we respect his talent and things like that. But honestly, I would have taken anyone leading this championship over him. I don't think. I honestly
But
don't feel
why? But
like
why? Is this just your
no.
personal bias or like
It is
what?
a personal bias. I'm gonna acknowledge that. I think it is a personal bias, but I think also like you know, especially I was rooting for Ferrari, like knowing that they had a car that could actually compete for wins. I think was really exciting as well to see them come back. You know, they're the old guard. They've been in this since time immortal. So like to see them finally coming back after like 2007, it would have been amazing. And so I would have, I'm with everyone where I agree that I would have loved either Ferrari driver to be leading this championship at the moment. I would have even wanted Checo to be getting his flowers as well too. But
Can we get another Pierre Gasly race win, please?
Oh,
That's
please,
all I
not
want.
That
this
could
week.
happen. I'd be happy to see Daniel Ricciardo win again as well too.
Me too. But like, you know what? Monza is actually a pretty crazy race. I feel like
Yeah.
every time we go there, expectations all get fucked up and it turns into a whole mess. So let's see if that's gonna happen next week. I mean, this weekend, this coming week.
I'm sure, like, I'm sure if I stood on my tiptoes, I could see Monza all the way from France, right?
Yeah,
That
sure,
works.
sure. Like,
Yeah,
We could,
you look at binoculars too, it'll be fine. Yeah, you can see the whole
yeah,
race.
yeah.
yeah, easy.
I'm thinking
Easy.
that if Ben doesn't sort his shit out for the Italian Grand Prix, he's going to be under witness protection program because the Tifosi is going to kill him because it has been so bad, so bad.
Well, I don't think I'll
Look, look.
I mean,
Justice, just
Beneath, she can manage a team and she's only watched one full race. Please, I want to.
I will do a temporary offer for Ferrari. Temporary offer.
okay.
Last one race. This is a one race contract. We will be your strategists. Just to see Charles Leclerc win one race. No more.
Mhm.
No more, because I'm scared we'll do so good they'll want us back for the next one. We don't have time. Okay? We don't have
You
time.
don't.
Strategy
Affy's-
can't say fuck offs.
Affy's in Madagascar, okay? One race. You fly us out to Monza, right? You let us kidnap Hannah.
Wait, where did this
This is the master plan
You
here.
know what? This is actually a really good plan.
Ellen, you're not doing well refereeing at all.
No, no, no,
I know,
no.
but
This is
hey,
the master plan. It's fine.
Not good.
We
Anyway,
kidnap
we
Hannah,
need to.
I'm with him. I'm following. Yeah,
and
carry
and
on.
we convince her, to join Ferrari for one race.
Wait, we kidnap her and then convince her.
Yeah, we
Wait, who are we
convince her,
I don't know.
Strategy.
and then your pit crew fucks it up, does like a 2 minute piss off, and we lose either way.
So what we need to do is we basically need to switch the uniforms of Ferrari and Red Bull so that the Red Bull team basically works, except for and
Ah,
then
yes,
Christian that the Spice Girls are reunionizing and he needs to go for that concert
yes,
and so
yes.
his wife and
Yeah.
then then Red Bull takes over
We
the
tell
outfit,
we tell
and
Binotto.
the uniform.
We tell Binotto. What do we tell Binotto? We need to distract Binotto. We tell Binotto that there's a Harry Potter look-alike contest in Imola. And
Oh
so he goes
hell
to
no.
Imola
Oh
instead.
hell no. Oh hell no.
Honestly, I think it's just a better plan if we just tell all of the teams that we're switching the race location to Monza, as Salom has been saying multiple times throughout this show, and we keep. Is it Monza this weekend?
Monza
Yeah,
this weekend.
Oh, sorry, you were saying Imola. Okay, so we tell all the other teams except for Ferrari that it's at Imola, and they race at Imola, but
Mhm.
Ferrari stays at Monza, but they still break down somehow.
I
So
think yeah.
you get no
They'll
winner.
still
So then
lose.
we will
But
come
I
in.
think it's the thought
The
that counts.
liveries of the cars too. We changed the
Yes.
liveries, the cars for Red Bull.
Those cars will
Okay,
race.
so the Red Bull and the Ferrari teams will switch
Yeah.
with the cars too. And
Yeah.
then we tell everyone else that they need to go to Imola. It's actually Imola is where the Italian Grand Prix is happening,
But then
and
the
Ferrari wins.
But then the issue is that the Red Bull cars, the Ferrari cars have a special livery. So we're gonna have to strip the paint from the Red Bull car, repaint that car in the Ferrari special livery, give that to Ferrari, and let them race. I don't know, it's simple. Very
Honestly,
simple.
all of
This
these
is this is becoming a white girl Starbucks order.
really is.
No.
Espresso latte with a mocha whip and an extra foam and all that stuff. Yes, it is, but it will work. It always works. Starbucks.
I think it'll work. I think it'll work.
It will come together.
Ben,
They'll
we're on
make
the
sure.
call. Call us. Call us.
Yeah,
We'll get-
exactly.
Yes,
So-
call us.
Offer ends in like 24 hours after the showing of this, please. Anyway,
I just want to touch his hair.
and we need to wrap up.
Yeah, you know. I just want to touch, just run my hand once, just one, that's all I ask. Forget all this strategy. I'll help in kidnapping Hannah and all that stuff. But yeah, I just want to.
It'll work itself out. It'll be great. Anyway, Niaba, at the end of the show, we like to give the floor to our guests for final thoughts. So please.
Final
How are you
thoughts.
How are
Ah man, you know what? It's been a tough year, especially because I have some friends that just tweet at me in my DMs every time, Red Bull wins, and it's a lot. I can't take it anymore, man. I cannot do this. I'm trying. Right.
What's your Twitter again?
There's no need to find out. I'm good. I have received enough trauma. All right, it's enough slices. I'm tired. Okay, I need the season to end, and then we can go into next season, and I can have renewed hope because all my friends I used to, Tony stopped watching after the debacle at the last. He just stopped. We're losing faith, but you know what? I still have strong, hope that Hamilton will still get number 8. Maybe not this year, but another year. It's coming. I feel it coming. It's coming. Sometimes you have to fall down to rise up again. It is what it is.
The dominance it has to end at some time, but we have faith that they're going to do better. This was a big change for Formula One. This formula is very different. And I think some teams got it right, and there's always going to be teams that get it right, and there's always going to be teams that will get it wrong. And unfortunately, that's Merc fans for us. That's and Ferrari fans actually, but they've been used to disappointment since 2007. Anyway, so sorry. Anyway, Neopa, thank you so much for joining. This was so much fun.
Thank you for
Where
having
do
me.
you mentioned you didn't want to be found on Twitter. Where do you
No.
want to be found?
At this point, I don't want. I feel like there's some very spiteful people that will be watching. Like, oh, another one. Because I know Max is good. Max is great. He's going to win a bunch more, and it's just going to be stupid. And it's just going to. You can find me at my first two names, which are in the thing. If you ever want to find me, please do not send me any Red Bull anything. Well, I don't want to. I don't want to see it. I don't want to hear. I will block you. I don't block people. Like in my life, I don't block. Like I have like one person on my block list. I will block
You heard it first. Please don't send him red bullshit. Otherwise, you'll be blocked.
you. I don't want
And
to
he
see
doesn't
it.
block people.
Mm-mm.
There is very few people on this list. It will basically become a Red Bull list. Don't do
Yes.
that.
Don't do it.
But Niapa, thank you so much for coming on. This was so much fun. We'll definitely love to have you back again. Thank
You. I will be back definitely.
I am so excited. And thank you, Pit Crew, for joining us. We are going to be finishing out this triple header next week at Monza. We are super excited. We're hoping that none of the teams except for Ferrari show up. That's our prayer.
That's our plan.
We'll see you next week, Pit Crew. Take care. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye. Bye. Bye. Bye. Bye.